My name's Ian Stretton. I am part of the Server and Workstation division of Asus.
So, Ian, this is your second AVoverIPoE event. How did it go for you?
Very well, very well. I think the messaging became a lot more streamlined and integrated. Trial and error or whatever, between all of us. So I thought it was a really, really good event. This one, the first one was good. This one was just, I think, a little better.
And we had a lot more of an interactive demo, actually. What do you think of that?
I think that worked very well. I think going from zone to zone, and coming around, and it was much easier again to just sort of explain how all the different bits fit together, and how it's not as simple as any one part. And that like my servers might not be an obvious part of PoE, but when you look at the cost savings, the power savings, the eco side of things, then you can see that they sit there in the background driving the need for PoE. So I thought it worked very well.
And what kind of reaction did you get from the people that you spoke to?
From a personal, from an Asus point of view, I think we really did manage to get across that message of that integration, and there was a lot of interest in what we're doing to save energy, save power, be as green as we possibly can be, and how that enables the end point to be. In one of the examples we used was if you're using PoE, you're looking at about 20 watts, linking to one of our GPU servers in a remote location, and you can get the equivalent power in terms of processing of a 1200 watt unit. So, the power savings are huge. As other people have said, the setup, and integration and deployment of these things is a lot easier. It just kind of, I think, enabled people to make a lot more sense of it. So people that may not have popped over to have a chat before because, couldn't quite see how we fit it in, as the day went on, more and more people came and had a chat. So it was great.
Of course, integration is something that you're very familiar with at Asus. It's relatively new within AV, where people have strategic relations. How does it work in IT, and how do you think it can be embraced within AV?
For us, because we're a white box, the servers are a white box solution. We've always been very geared as to being a building block. So we work with lots of specialist partners to really be able to tailor, the overall hardware and software. I was trying not to say solution too many times, but it is the solution to enable them to, take their pain away, do what they need to do. I think the best way to describe it is you don't have to mold yourself to what we produce. We mold ourselves to the problems that people are coming to us with. And I think there's, because we do sit in the background a bit, with that box that nobody talks about in the background, I think it brought that a little bit more to light, people realising, especially with, what we're doing on immersive cooling and that side of things, which is quite exciting.
Well, we did get a few questions about that. So can you shed a bit more light about immersive cooling?
Sure. Basically, you, instead of having a computer room or data center that's, it's still full of computers, but all racked up, you're paying to power those. Then you're paying for the air conditioning. The costs go on and on. An immersive cooling system is like a bath, and has a special liquid oil in it. You can drop a live cable in it and put your hand in it. It's totally safe. But it enables the ambient average temperature of your servers to be about 70 degrees. So what that will do is extend the life, by approximately 25 to 35%. We have special technology on our servers where you can hold you effectively overclock a server. We can hold it at the turbo boost frequency for extended periods. In an immersive cooling system, that's permanent. So there's many, it extends the lifespan of the hardware. So, it's better for the environment in many ways. But at the same time, you can use that, harvest that, heat energy to, at the, entry-level heater offices. But you can also exchange that back into, electricity. So you're, again, offsetting the costs there. So, there's so many benefits from it. And with the first server provider, where we anything that we provide, under the Asus name on these things, we warrant for 3 to 5 years, depending on which people choose. And not everyone is happy to warrant their stuff being put in a bath, but we're confident in the technology. We're confident in our own technology. And we believe that we're trying to drive it forward because the amount of, because you don't need air conditioning, there's so many benefits for the environment from this. Because I think 6% of the world's electricity is used in data centres, so if we can make a dent in that, we'll be very happy.
Also, a lot of interest in your PoE NUCs.
Well, I'm not in that division, I've got to be honest. But they tell me they're looking at it for next year. So I think that would be very good. It's not a big deal because they're already very low powered, as you saw today. It's 20 watts, so they lend themselves to that very easily. 4K monitors might be a bit tricky, but they're still fairly low power, but not down to 20 watts. But it's a big drive. We've if you check on our website, you can see all the Eco Awards that we've been blessed with across all our different products. So it is a big driver for us. We're very interested in it, and PoE is a massive, I believe, part of that. You combine it with the other things, and you can have a huge amount of power for as in processing power for very little electrical power used. So.
What message have you got for all the integrators out there that want to actually get more involved in this kind of designing around PoE?
I think that's a tricky one. It's actually, I think a lot of it is similar to the immersive, side of things. When you look at just look at the numbers. I think one of the presenters today was discussing cost of deployment, single cable, so you're reducing at a base level the amount of plastic, etc., that you're using on power cables. That's not there anymore. And just look at some of the numbers, and it becomes a no-brainer. It's you're getting more for less money, less power consumption. Why wouldn't you? I really think it's that simple.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a pleasure.